Hey everybody. Today I'm going to focus on bending notes on the ukulele. A lot of people think this is taboo to bend the strings on a ukulele, but I do it all the time, so let's be rebels and break the rules. Bending notes is a really cool technique, and it also ties in, as we will get to next week, with all the other things we've worked on so far, the hammer-ons, pull-offs, and the vibrato. So when you bend the notes, one of the key things you want to do is make sure that these three fingers, your index, your middle, and your third finger, are right close together to give support to the third finger, which is going to push up to give the bend. You're also using your forearm strength and your wrist to get up there to bend the pitch up. So what we're going to attempt today is to bend up a whole step here, okay, from this note. That's the note we are trying to achieve there on the 7th fret, to get that note. And the bend is such a cool technique rather than just going. It just has that soul to it when you bend up there. Now, the higher you go up on the neck, the easier it is to bend, okay? That's why you see a lot of players bending up higher on the neck. It's a little bit more difficult when you get down here to the nut because of the tension. So let's just give that a try at a good spot between the 5th and 7th fret. On one of my favorite strings to bend on is the E string, okay? The 2nd string. So let's just, what we're gonna do is we use our forearm and our wrist, and the biggest thing is using these 3 fingers to bend up, pushing up. Now, obviously, you gotta get your toughness, those calluses on your fingers, to be so that it doesn't slip on you and go like that. So that happens a lot of times with people, so you just wanna hunker down there and really give a good push up with your wrist, your forearm, and the fingers. Okay? The next thing I wanna go through is what we call a bend and release. This is one of the most commonly used techniques, which is really cool, is when you bend the note and then you come back down. Bend, release, and then a lot of times we add another note there in that little kind of a pattern. So I'm bending at the 7th fret, 3rd or 2nd string. I'm coming back down, and then I'm playing on the 5th fret, 2nd string there. Okay, so bend and release, all in the same motion. Up here at the 10th fret. Okay, the key is to the strength of these 3 fingers, giving that force to get that bend there. Okay. So for this week, the practice, just to get your fingers used to that, I would start at the 3rd fret, now obviously you can do your other strings. It's really hard. You can do your 1st string, your A string. Okay, just experiment with that technique of bending and releasing. Here's it is on the A string. And then coming back down on the C string. Okay, but for right now, like I said, try to work on the E string and go from the 3rd to 5th, bending and release, 5 to 7, bend, release, the 8 to 10, and the 10 to 12. Okay, that's something for you to work on this week. We'll get into some more really cool things like this with the bends, or coming up in future lessons. So really cool stuff to do with bends. Break the rules. Be a rebel.